Ser and estar are two verbs that mean to be in Spanish. Actually, these verbs mean to be in English, I should have said. So, anytime we have two verbs that mean the same thing in English, it becomes more challenging for us because we have to determine, okay, when do I use which one? In English, in our minds in English, we only have this. So now we're going to have to split our thinking in two ways and say, okay, now sometimes I express to be this way and sometimes I express it this way. You'll be learning little by little when to use ser and when to use estar. Let's look first at, let's look in this video simply at the conjugations, or the way that we change ser and estar to match the subjects. Ser is a verb that is completely irregular. So it does not follow the regular conjugation pattern, and so you're going to have forms that simply have to be memorized just as they are. We have yo soy, tú eres, él, ella, usted es, nosotros somos, vosotros sois, ustedes son. Those are our conjugations for ser. Notice that they sort of resemble the regular forms, like we have the S here and the MOS here, but for the most part, this verb is just completely irregular, so you'll need to remember this. Okay, and estar is somewhat irregular. We have estoy. That doesn't follow the regular pattern. Then we have estás with an accent mark. Then we have está with an accent mark. And then we have estamos. Estamos has no accent mark. Estáis and están. Okay? So we have the irregular yo form, and then some forms have accents minus nosotros, minus the first person. All the other forms have accents. The accent is very important. You should memorize the accent marks when you learn a new verb. You should know where when you learn a new word, whether it's a verb or a noun, you should learn where the accent goes, if there's an accent in the word. Later on, you'll learn the rules for accents, but it's actually much easier just to remember, where the accent goes when you learn the word, because applying the rules involves counting syllables. It involves knowing how the word is pronounced to begin with, and it would be very cumbersome to learn that way, to start out learning that way with the rules. So I would memorize these. Accents are important. They can distinguish between words. There's a difference in meaning between está and esta. In this case, it changes pronunciation as well. Esta, está, esta. Okay? And and the same thing with estas. Here we have estás, you are, and estas, this means these. You are these. So there's a real difference here. Okay, so that's just the conjugation of ser and the conjugation of estar. You have a lot of irregularities here, so a lot of these just have to be memorized. And these both mean to be. And pretty soon in your study of Spanish, you'll learn when to use ser and when to use estar.